How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Old School Q&A Summary. A special announcement regarding this week's summary. My mum has said that I can stay up late and have a McDonald's if this video gets 1,000 likes, so please, for the love of God, like the video. This week's Q&A featured just a few JMods, but all of them were developers. Mods Ash, Monroe, and Bruno, with mod Gambit hosting. To start off the Q&A, Gambit gave an update on the plan for Kebos tweaks following the feedback they've collected. He said that over the next couple of days they're going to be considering the feedback, and they will then be posting a revised version of the poll blog. This blog is to include all of the information on the content for the poll, as well as the expected changes to Konar's drop table. The poll for this blog is expected to go live early next week. The team then went over Cloud Badass's proposed Konar drop table, straw polling the chats to get their thoughts. 44% said that they would like a combination between the current table and Cloud's, with the remainder preferring Cloud's table. Gambit also announced that Mod Ed is currently working on a free-to-play quest to tie Zaya into the mainland more, and to give new players more of an idea of what Zaya is all about. Jumping into the questions, JSRule24 asked if the farming guild doors could be fixed so that it's not difficult to get through them at the same time as another player. Monroe said that he spent a day fixing this problem this week. The doors are now permanently open with an invisible barrier. Only players who meet the requirements will be able to pass through. Boomsaw asked what the team think of revisiting some of the older guilds, such as the Ranging Guild and Cooking Guilds, following the success of the Farmer Guild. Ash said that he's heard positive discussions around the idea of improving these guilds within the team, but specific changes have not yet been discussed. Venom Candy asked if there are any secrets in-game waiting to be found, similar to Crack the Clue or Corrupted Armor. The mod said that they don't know of any such thing. Monroe said that there are a few very small Easter eggs, but nothing big. Brightful asked for a chat box message when the Kronos plant increases the growth of crops. Bruno said that he could see it becoming annoying if you have a lot of crops, and the mod said that they would run it past Kieran, who wrote the code. Ellis asked for an ETA on the Hestidius rework. Gambit said that it's difficult to give a time frame, with Ash adding that the mapping is not yet finished. By the time the mapping is finished, it's likely to be around February, a month reserved for quality of life changes. He finished off by stating that the team are still very keen to do the update. 3 Left said that the new 2x2 Lizardman Shamans in the mulch area still jump when you are next to a wall. They asked if this was intentional, and Ash said that it was. Sync asked if the expert mine gloves could work with Amethyst. The mods were in agreement that this sounds like a good change. A chat pleb asked what mod Ash was drinking. Ash said that he was drinking Libtard Tears.
Nice.
Just kidding, he said Earl Grey tea. Box Terrier asked for the team's thoughts on making superior Slayer creatures more common on Konar tasks. The chat said no, and the mods decided to give a pass on the idea. I Can Fix That suggested making it possible to use a knife on blue dragon hides to get blue dragon scales, and Monroe and Bruno agreed. Divine Zaros asked if the Abyssal Sire could be included in the Konar task when she assigns you to the Abyssal area. Mod Bruno said that this is going to be possible from tomorrow's game update. Trance asked if a chat box message could be added for when her Spory has fully grown. Ash said that it wouldn't be too hard to add, and he saw no issues with doing so. Mark J asked if banned accounts could be automatically removed from your ignore list. Ash said that this would require the chat system to constantly check whether or not an account has been banned, something which is uncertain the chat system is currently able to check. He doesn't see the change happening anytime soon. Waston asked if there could be a Barbarian Assault high scores for both gamble count and queen times. Bruno and Ash said that this is similar to boss count high scores, and if at any point they can do boss count high scores, they would also like to do BA high scores with it. VXL asked if the task waitings for Drakes and Worms from Duradel could be released. Ash said that the team typically wait a little bit after an update before releasing such information. Empty Bag asked for another name purge. Gambit said that the name purges aren't something which happen routinely. Ash said that it's not a small job and that it's run entirely by the support team. With the influx of new members since mobile, they are plenty busy as is. When a new name purge is going to happen, a news post will be found on the front page. Yak asked if farming contracts could scale based on the time taken to grow each crop, saying that it's broken for a magic tree or a fruit tree seed to yield the same reward as a watermelon or herb patch. The chat agreed with this suggestion, but Ash pointed out that it wasn't too clear whether or not they wanted the good rewards for faster grow times to be worsened, or for bad rewards for longer grow times to be improved. Umari asked if a notice board could be added to the tier 3 section of the farming guild, which provides the same information as the geomancy spell. The mods didn't mind the idea, with the caveat of having to pay a lump sum of runes in order to unlock the notice board. However, Ash pointed out that they're not in dire need of more features to make the farming guild useful. It's already very popular. Adding more unnecessary features to the farming guild at the expense of other bits of unique content doesn't seem like a good way to go. The Dubu guy asked if Guildmaster Jane could tell you how many of each tier farming contract you've completed, rather than just the overall number. And Monroe said that the completion count for individual tiers is not currently being tracked, so it cannot be displayed. Hexhunter asked if the inventory icon of the Zami Hasta could be made easier to see. PVM King Mod Bruno said that he thinks it's fine as it is now, and that Hexhunter might want to try looking a little harder. Boogie the Hedgehog asked for an update on implementing the teleport from Lunar Isle Bank to Relica for those who have completed the Elite Diary. Mod Ash said that they aren't working on this at the moment, but if they end up doing work in that area, they could take a look at the change. Ziwo asked if the Slayer Helm recolors could all have unique models to more accurately reflect the bosses they came from. Ash said yes, as long as the artists are available to make the changes and the community are in favour of them being changed. A chat pleb asked if the Dragon Hunter Lance could be buffed. Mod Bruno said that he doesn't think it's a weak weapon, pointing out that it does have a number of niche uses. He would like to wait and see if people still feel it needs to be improved further down the line. The team decided to do a straw poll on whether or not it should be buffed. 7% wanted a nerf, 37% said leave it, and 56% said buff it. Swemmer asked what the team thought about a Karen Diary reward to increase the points from Tithe Farm. Ash said that there are some rewards he would like to see people obtain more easily. He wouldn't mind if the points were easier to get, providing the experience rates weren't touched. Rehab asked if the Lance could be given a halberd effect, allowing you to attack from one tile away. Both the mods on the sofa and the chat really didn't seem to like that idea. Voice Breaks asked if there could be a dedicated Aussie world for the Wintertodt. Ash said that he would be happy adding a Wintertodt theme to one of the Aussie worlds. At this point in the stream, Gambit mentioned that 7 new members worlds will be added with tomorrow's game update. One of these worlds is going to be a West Coast 2K Total world, and Ash added that 8 worlds, not necessarily those being added with the update, will be having a Blast Furnace Dwarf added tomorrow as well. Kinjello asked if a Lava King transport minecart could be added to the Kebos Lowlands. The mods were all in agreement that this would be a good addition. A chat pleb asked about an update to Last Man Standing. Ash said that within the team there aren't any shortage of ideas for improving Last Man Standing, but he added that there are a lot of other changes that they would like to make which have a greater priority for the time being. Another chat pleb asked if the seed box could be buffed to hold more seeds. Ash said that he hasn't looked at the code for the seed box, but if it was expandable, perhaps an unlockable expansion for the box could be added. A player asked if Konar could be made to assign Zuck or Tazar, and the team were not keen on this idea. Josh9 suggested adding volcanic gloves to the game. Volcanic gloves would allow you to smelt cannonballs 2 times faster. The team laughed and then ran a straw poll. The straw poll was split between no and Hecker's no, so the team said no. Silver Lugia asked if a place to display your Chompy Bird hunting hats in your player-owned house could be added, and the team said yes, that would be possible. Someone asked if the jewelry box shortcut keys could be reverted, and the Farming Guild teleport assigned to a new key. Ash ended up giving a great answer to this question, so I'm just going to let it play.
We would be able to do it, but leaving... Yeah. Bear in mind that in time you could learn a new shortcut, whereas if for the rest of eternity Old School's got a list with a very weird looking order that's a little harder for anyone else to learn in future, because new people do keep coming into the game, that's not ideal. And in the same way that when we start adding lunar spells, and always put them at the bottom out of level order, so that you wouldn't have to move where Vengeance was. That was also not ideal. People couldn't find where we'd put Geomancy, for example. Yeah. So we'd prefer not to have a rule that everything that exists now stays and everything else just gets piled up at the bottom out of order. Sorry.
And the last question of the stream, can skill capes more consistently allow teleporting to their respective guilds? Mod Gambit said that he would be happy seeing all skill capes having such teleports, providing they pass a poll. Anyway, that wraps up this week's Q&A summary. Thank you all for watching, and remember, like the video so I can stay up late and get my McDonald's, and I will catch you guys next time.